Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today we are starting the last part of our age at weaving, the third module. Hope you are fine and okay. I pray for your health and safety. So we are starting today's lecture. So let's start. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today we are resuming from our previous lecture that was incomplete, module number 3, and this will be the second lecture for the module number 3. So let's get started. In this module, we will learn about automation in edge weaving, and I have collected some of the innovation that are being performed, that are being applied in edge weaving by different manufacturers. So we will go through these animations and innovation that are they are offering to see what they have and how they are useful. So here, in the first slide, I want to mention that automatic dial adjustment. This is one of the key feature that are being offered in this year 2020 by one of the manufacturer, that is Conical. They are offering that the dial that is available in the dial of the prewinder. uh, you can see over here, this dial is automatically adjustable from the machine panel. That is the any more requirement from the technician to adjust the dial from this by using L key or other tools to open the dial and then fix it is not required. Only requirement is you just can adjust the dial from the machine setup. So here you can see the animation. In this animation, they are showing that whenever there are more than one weft that are running, there are chances that some of the providers are not adjusted to the requirement, and some thread would be wasted. Length of some thread may be more than the other, and thread will be wasted. So to adjust it, you can go on the panel and you can fix the lengths of different channels, different number of wefts that are being inserted. You can adjust their length from the panel. You can see over here that uh, as long as you go on, you see that the dial is automatically adjusted, and this automatically adjustment helps us to fix the variation in the length, and you can add that's how you the extra weft that is being cut will be wasted, and wastage can be prevented, and the length of the weft can be adjusted from the main panel of the machine. So this is a very good automation. This can help us eliminate extra time expended on adjustment of the dial of the prewinder, and also this is helpful that you can copy the setting of one prewinder to other, or maybe from one machine to another machine. So this is a type of help that we can standardize the length of the weft, maybe between different machines. So in my view, this is very good possibility for weaving mill of manufacturer to eliminate the waste and standardize the weft length for different machines. So I think this is very good for any manufacturer to have this capability on their machines. In the next slide, I want to mention over here that we can use different type of we can use the tensioner, the weft brake for weft. This weft brake was helping to eliminate sudden tension that is applied on the weft and when the pin of the preventer works. We have already discussed it. So the problem is when we have some fancy yarns or some delicate yarns uh, on which the applying the brake distort their appearance, or that damages the yarn or maybe change in any way the appearance or the texture of the yarn. We need some specific type of tensioner that can keep the tension on the yarn but does not affect the its texture or its appearance. So here again, Picanol has introduced one special type of tensioner. This yarn tensioner can be applied for fancy yarns. It delicately presses the yarn for a longer length that ensures the tension on the yarn also, and as well as does not disturb the texture of the yarn of the fancy yarn or special yarns. So this is a good innovation that helps to maintain the intention even though it does not disrupt the texture of the yarn. So the other innovation that I have seen over here is the identification of the tension of the yarn in numeric form, that you can actually read out the tension applied on the yarn. These pre-winders are available with the display of the tension available on the yarn. So this is also very helpful for us because we do not know actually how much tension has been applied on various pre-winders, even on the same machine or different machines. So this can quantify us the tension we are applying on the yarn, and it can help us standardize the tension all the way in anywhere that yarn is being used. We can actually measure, actually have an idea what actually tension has been applied. So this will be very helpful to prevent the variations and to know if the tension is causing some problem or not. Dear students, here also I am mentioning that the pressure distribution that is applied on the different yarns. Here you can see the box. This box is accumulating the pressurized air for different weft channels. Different weft channels are getting the air pressure from here. Here you can see the cross-sectional view over here. So what is happening over here is if you have let's suppose 12 channels, you can have 12 different uh, air tanks. These air tanks are releasing the pressure to our main nozzles and tandem nozzles. So there is a possibility that the different type of yarn require different initial acceleration or different pressure to be accelerated in different way. If we use the same tank, the pressure will be same and the same amount may not be applied on the different type of yarns. To cater this variation, we must have different channels with individual with their separate individual tanks. So this has been accomplished by different manufacturers, but also by the Picanol over here. So this is a good animation that help us to separately apply the pressure on different yarns, and if there is some requirement of reducing or increasing the pressure on some yarn but not the other one on the same fabric, so we can apply or execute such type of settings. So this is very helpful and one of the innovation that is being available right now these days. Dear students, here I also want to mention one of the more innovative setting that is available on the nowadays in this is the if you look on your look on your right, you would see that we use a conical start of the channel, a special type of reed when we are using a large number of weft channels when we require more to insert many number of wefts. Uh, so we require to fire up individual yarns so to cater this variation in the distance, and the special reed is being used that is called conical reed. This conical reed has a more opened channel space to accommodate the variation in the distance of the firing position. And if we have more than 6 channels, that is 8 channel, then we have to animate displace this firing position up and down, uh, and again this variation are is there. So a new innovation has been in practice now, that is the fixed main nozzle that moves with the sleigh can move vertically as well as horizontally. So this can help us to fire each yarn at one fixed position. Because of this, the variation in the throw at the startup that may have caused the problem is now can be removed, or and this is one of the possibilities available at this time. We have talked about prewinder innovations and main nozzles new possibilities. Here in this slide, I want to mention the new possibilities. This possibility is automatic adjustment of the pressure of the sub nozzles, and these sub nozzles automation help us to insert the weft and let machine decide for how much long time the air pressure will be released by different sub nozzles. What does it make, as you can see over here, and another video that this is the you can see over here is this is the normal working without any automation. But when the automation is applied, the timing for which the subnozzles release the pressure is contracted in both directions to assure that weft reaches at its position in time, but with the reduced amount of subnozzles pressure release, that is for less time the pressure will be released and it is made sure that weft reaches its destination in time. And in this way, this automation helps us to eliminate excessive use of air pressure release from the subnozzles, and also it does not affect the our performance or quality of the fabric. So this is very helpful. Almost all the manufacturers in these days are providing such kind of capabilities that helps to uh, mm, helps to release the pressure from the main nozzle as much less as possible, so that BEF reaches its destination on time, but the minimum release of pressure from the nozzles would be used. So all the manufacturers are producing this type of automation. I have shown you the example of Picanol. Dear students, here we want to talk about further about air consumption. I have shown over here a video. Uh, this video shows that a system that is available on Picanol machine. This is called Air Master. Similar kind of possibilities are also available by other manufacturers. Basically, this is a system that mentions the use of air pressure on the machine, the volume that machine is consuming, as well as it can also measure if there is a leakage in the system, and we can set different parameters to check if there is some extraordinary usage is there, or and how when once we know how much air is being consumed on some machine, we can monitor it and we can find the way how to reduce it. And even the machine, even the software also suggests how the minimum use can be followed, can be applied. So this all is possible by using automatic or electromagnetically controls regulators that we discussed last time. Uh, so this system is very helpful. When you can control only once you have the ability to monitor something. So these are the capabilities for monitoring as well as improving the efficiency of that is less usage of your resources, and that is cost saving. So these are very good features that are available in these days, and it can improve the ecology of the systems, and it can save the environment, and it can save the resources, reduce the cost. So these are all parameters that help us to achieve by using such kind of systems that mention you what is happening on the machine. So I recommend whenever you have the ability to buy a machine, you must go such features that can help you reduce the consumption of the air pressure on the machines. Now, dear students, we are almost at the end of our lecture. Here, the one very popular feature that automatic weft brake recovery, automatic removal of the broken weft. This is a very old concept, and a different manufacturer has provided different type of techniques to remove the broken weft from the system. In this slide, I have mentioned a system over here that is also available in your textbook. You can see over here the line diagram of the system. Here you can see the broken weft, and here are different elements. Basically, there are two rollers that can move in reverse direction to extract this broken weft backward out of the shed. And here to assist this, we have here the suction devices, air pressure devices that can help to eliminate the extracted weft out of the shed. So this was one type of system available by one of the manufacturer that helps us to remove the weft from the side from which it is inserted. It is removed on the same side by some reversal mechanism and air pressure suction. And nowadays, we talk about if we talk about Piconol, there is this system available that works in a little different way. What it does is it removes the weft not on the receiving side, but on the not on the picking side, but on the receiving side. What it does is it stops the machine and keep on extracting the weft on the receiving side by using the air pressure, special type of nozzle. And once the yarn is sufficiently away for the full width, it cuts on the one direction, and that's how the broken part of the weft is removed from the shed of the from the shed. Here I will show you. On the left you just saw this animation what I was describing, and right now I will show you this animation I will show you this video of over here. So you will see our machine is working over here. There is some weft breakage. Now the machine will position itself so that the reed will be exactly in front of this suction nozzle suction place. And when channel is exactly in front of this, the air pressure system will work, and to eject this weft out of the shed. Now it is has been placed aligned with this position so that suction can work. Now suction is working and weft is removed. Once it is showed that weft is removed, the machine will resume its working for normal weft insertion. So it is being sucked, and now it is removed. So in this, I mentioned you how the different working is there. So dear students, with this we come to our end of our today's lecture. In the slides, I try to accommodate the latest technology that is being provided by different commercial manufacturers for to be used in fabric manufacturing. I hope this will help you understand better and let you help you for decide for the good machine when you have the capability when you go in the industry. Thank you very much.